Hi everyone, welcome. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stampin' with Denise. Happy New Year. So glad to be here with you on the second day of 2023. I hope everybody has had a restful, peaceful, enjoyable holiday season. I haven't been here for the last couple weeks. I've been taking some time off and spending with my family and doing some other things. So I am glad to be back with you tonight. Tonight I've got a project that uses 2 of the free items that are available through Celebration. So I think you'll like them both. Before we get started, a little housekeeping. Please, as always, if you like what you see, please share my video and then comment share down in the comments, and you might get the project I'm working on tonight. If you recall, last time we were together, I made a gift card holder, and this one I made kind of, winter. It's not specifically Christmas, but it opens up. You put the gift card in here. Really cool. And this is going to go to Joan Ballinger because Joan shared my video. So thanks, Joan. I appreciate it. You have been watching me for a long time. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and then hit the little blue bell down below to be alerted of whenever I upload a new video. And I usually upload a video on Monday evening. Back to if you're watching on Facebook, if you're not going to share, that's fine, but could you give me some hearts, please? Instead of thumbs up, Facebook likes the hearts better, so that will help my video be seen in the algorithm. Doesn't cost anything, doesn't take any time for you, but it sure helps me a lot, so I appreciate it. Well, so with that being said, let's get started with tonight's project. Okay, and we are going to work on this super cool card today. It uses 2 different products from Celebration. The first thing it uses is the Adorable Owls stamp set. You can see there's 3 cute little owls. There's one with a party hat, one with a bow tie, and one that's just kind of flying around. And it's got 3 different sentiments. My friend, it's your day, and hoot hoot, you're so cute. This is free with a $50 purchase. And they're just adorable. And we're going to work on this card tonight. Let me see if I can zoom in a little better. There we go. I've also gotten a new iPad since I saw you last, so I'm making sure everything's still working. And the other item from Celebration is this gorgeous designer series paper. This paper is called Dandy Designs. It has Balmy Blue, Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana, Fresh Freesia, Granny Apple Green, Mango Melody, and Petal Pink. And there are 48 sheets of paper. And you can get this for free with a $100 order. So I'm going to show you some of these gorgeous designer series papers here. Let's see. So this is one side and that's the other. There's the stripes and the polka dots, and I love, these are my colors. These are colors I like. And they're all kind of geometric. This has really small little hexagon design in it. It's really, I like it a lot. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can kind of see it up there at the top. Okay. Let's see, here's this. Dots and stripes. Checkerboard and squares. I like this. This is what we're using on tonight's card. Stripes and squares. So you get, I think it's four sheets of each design. So this is a lot of paper. It's a good value. Plaids and checks. Squares and flowers. Those are cool. Let's see. Dots and, I don't know, another geometric. This is some more of those little pentagons, some zigzags, and this is stars and flowers. I really like that a lot. I'm gonna have to use that for cards. So this is free with a $100 purchase. And you may think that's a lot of money, but you know what? This is 48 sheets. You could get a lot of cards and a lot of projects out of this set. And celebration starts on Thursday, the 5th, just a few days away. And that also means that Wednesday, the 4th, is the last day to get any of the items, oh, I don't have my calendar here, that are retiring out of the July to December mini catalog, the Christmas catalog. So if there's an order you want to place, get with me. I will be glad to help you. You can go to my website, use my host code, and put in your order. But just remember, the things that are retiring are on a as available basis. So some things may already be gone. So now I can't open up the celebration brochure, but there's this gorgeous paper, this flowered paper here. Here's a couple stamp sets you can see, beautifully happy and thanks a bunch. It's got some great sentiments. There's a carrot set, which is a lot of fun. So there's some cute things available in celebration this year. But we're gonna get started on this card. Okay, so let's start out. I have my base here. Hold on, let me get my notes, make sure I've got everything that I need. Here's my thick whisper white. It's 8.5 by 5.5. I'm gonna fold that in half, and that will be our card base. Simple as that. That's really all we have to do for right now on that. So then we have a piece of Granny Apple Green, and this is 3.25 by 4.25. And this is a piece of that Designer Series paper. See how cute that is? And this is 3 by 4. And let me tell you, when you cut your paper, I like to use even numbers on my 12 by 12s if I can, because like this was initially 4.25, but if I left it 3 by 4, I get that much more out of my paper, that many more cards out of it. So I'm going to use my seal. Remember, seal, you don't need a lot, not like with the previous adhesive we had, and a light touch is better. So anyway, there we go. Okay, now we are going to stamp our owl. I'm going to stamp him right here, and this is a red rubber set. I think it's just adorable. We're going to stamp him in Memento black, and that is because we are going to color him with alcohol markers. Okay. There we go. Perfect. I'll put my inked up stamp over there. Okay, so now we are going to color him. I am going to put a piece of paper underneath, because sometimes the blends bleed through. And the blends I'm using, this is the dark Daffodil Delight. We have the light Granny Apple Green, and these are the Balmy Blue. I'm not going to color all of them, but I'm going to color a couple parts because I already have one done, so you don't have to watch me fussy cut, because I'm kind of a slow fussy cutter. But what I wanted to show you, as you can see on my sample, I've got the light blends and the dark blends, but I found to get that contrast I needed, I actually had to go over the dark twice. So I'm going to use that. When you're using your blends, I recommend, they have two ends. They have a brush end, which is for very fine, I don't know, let's see if we can see that, I don't know, it's not good. There, you can kind of see it there. And then we have an end that's more of a nubby end. It's a little bit more substantial. 95% of the time, you're going to be able to use that more substantial end for even small stuff. And I tell you this because that brush, especially if you put too much pressure on it, you'll break it down, and then it's not good for anything. So I encourage you to use the nubby end as much as possible, okay? There we go. Sometimes it means you have to take just a little more time. So I've put a layer of the dark on there. While that dries, I'm going to take my light. Whoops. Yep, sometimes that happens. Look at that. But you just put it right back on. And you know what? I'm not too worried because this is about spent. So I will be retiring this marker soon. This is my light Balmy blue. And again, I'm going to just color around the eyes here. I'm just going to show you the difference, the contrast, okay? I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to color the whole thing. And you know, alcohol markers, or blends, are fun for shading. It's not something though I'm that good at doing. I tend to like to give a nice solid color, usually of ink. Occasionally I'll do some shading, but it's kind of too fussy for me. I just like to color it. Okay, so there we go. So you can see I've colored the owl. There's a little bit of a difference there, but to me it's not defined enough. I want the darker a little darker. So I'm going to, that's the first layer of dark is dried. So I'm going to go back over it and put another layer of dark. And I think after it dries, you will see what I mean, that it's pretty significant. Contrast, and much more what I'm looking for. You know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to go back and fill in and do a couple things here. Just touch up around that eye a little bit. There we go. So see, it's much more pronounced now, that contrast, since I went over the dark again with the dark blend. So I'll just go ahead and do his ears and his beak and his feet in my Daffodil Delight. Like I said, this is the dark, and his eyes are in the Granny Apple Green. I just love this color combination for an owl, for this owl. You know, these owls don't have to be brown, shades of brown or gray. Although I will probably, next time I do a card with him, I will probably do one in brown. So there you go, almost completely done. But like I said, I have one done here for you, so you don't have to watch me fussy cut. We have a couple things to die cut, but I gotta stamp the greeting first. So It's Your Day comes right out of the stamp set. So I put my sticker on my stamp a little bit backwards, so I don't like that. I'm gonna flip that over. Or I didn't put it on backwards, I put it on crooked. So is that gonna work? Let's see. Am I gonna be able to crop that out of there? I might. We'll try. I let it rock. That's the problem with sometimes with these narrow sentiments. It's easy to rock it, and then you get that halo there. So we will see if that works. And you know what? I forgot to bring some washi tape over with me. Let me grab another roll here. Here's some I can use. I do have my mini cut and emboss machine. And starting during celebration, which starts January 5th, if you take advantage of the starter kit, you will get a mini stamping emboss machine, along with all the other great stuff you get. But it's in a blue. It's called Boho Blue. And I think I read that it's also one of the new in colors coming in with the new catalog in May. So if you're interested in that, I can certainly get you hooked up. So I am going to put a little washi tape on here. We're going to see if this works. If it doesn't, we will re-stamp it and die cut it again. But that little bit of washi tape just kind of holds it in place so the die doesn't move. Yeah, it's okay. I got just a little bit of that halo up on the edge, but I don't think anybody will notice that. So I'm gonna put that there. Let's put that there. And we have one more thing we have to die cut. That's this banner here. See, I'm using the Stylish Shapes. The small banner was that I just used was out of it, and the banner for this card is this large one. So let's put this on here. I'm not so worried about it moving because I don't have anything stamped. If it shifts a little bit, it's okay. And this is in, let's see, what color is this in? I think this is Coastal Cabana. I didn't write it down, but I believe this is Coastal Cabana. There we go. Okay, and we are using, we got to put the ribbon on first, and I thought that this Parakeet Party metallic woven ribbon just really made these colors pop, so that's why I chose that. And I don't usually do bows, but I am for this one. And I always leave one end attached to the spool because then there's a little less waste. So for me, the way I tie, I like my loose end on the left to start on the left-hand side. You figure out what works for you, okay? But that's the way I like to tie. Let me see if I can get this up here, scoot up just a little bit. There we go. I'm holding that with my thumb. Okay. Let's see. You know how it is tying bows on when you're live. And I often don't, like I said, don't do bows, but we're gonna see here. Let me get to this loop. I feel like I'm all thumbs tonight. Okay. There we go, that's better. And you know what, I can tack that down a little bit with some glue dots too. I'm gonna trim that off. Move that right. I'm gonna leave it right where it's at. I think I'm gonna tack it down with a glue dot and then I think it'll lay just right. Let me get a glue dot here. Okay, put that right under there. Sometimes just kind of anchoring it that way helps. There we go, perfect. Perfect. See, it just takes a little bit of finessing. Okay, so now I am going to put seal on the back of this so I can attach it to my card base. And remember, when you're using the seal, a lighter touch is better. I know we want to push really hard, but don't do that. Okay. When I put this card together, I made the mistake of putting everything on this piece before I attached it to the base, and then my banner and my owl were too wide for the base, so I had to take it apart and reattach it this way. So that's just a little bit of words of wisdom there. Okay, let me turn this on here. Perfect. Okay, so now we've got this banner here. Perfect. Let's put it right about here is good. And you know what? I'm kind of using the pattern to make sure I get it straight, because if it was crooked, you would really notice it, I think. Okay, it's your day. The sentiment. Let me get my, where's my, oh, here they are. Here are my dimensionals. I've got the, this is the perfect use for the half ones on the side of the piece of paper. Putting them on there like that. Except, you know what? I think I'm going to put my owl on before I put that on. Just so I don't have to go and move things. And this sentiment, it's not specific. It's your day. It could be a graduation. It could be a birthday. It could be a congratulations. Oops, you know what? I'm going to trim just a little bit of this white off of here. There we go. I want to cover up the end of that banner. I want him kind of going off the side there. Yep, I like that placement. Now we're going to do this one. It's your day. I'm going to put that right there. Yeah, I see just a little bit of the ink there, but you know what? Really, I'm okay with that. Now, we're going to put some embellishments on. These are the Glossy Dots Assortment. These are out of the annual catalog. And the colors on here are Gorgeous Grape, Melon Mambo, Daffodil Delight, and Pool Party. So and I like to write the names of the colors on the back, so when I get it, so that I know. I don't always do that, and then I end up trying to figure out what color it is. So on this one, I used a medium size and 2 small. So I think what I'll do is the same thing here. I think I'll do a medium-sized one. I love these dots. I had planned to use an embellishment from the new mini catalog, but you know what? They didn't have the embellishments I ordered. I didn't have the color I needed, so I had to go dig in my embellishments. So, you know, these could be rhinestones that you've colored with, that's a little off. You know that the rhinestones you can color with your blends to make them any color you want? Let me move it right there. Whoops, where'd it go? There we go. Let's try and get away from me. So, this is my card that uses the Adorable Owls and the Dandy Designs Designer Series paper, which are both available starting Thursday from Celebration. The stamp set's free with a $50 purchase, and the paper's free with a $100 purchase. So thank you so much for joining me tonight for the first Stamping with Denise of the new year. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye now, everybody. Have a great day.